our NFL spectacle unleashed, as we've called it the last couple years. 2025 kickoff spectacle. So this is the week after the preseason, before the game. We're gonna go ahead and talk about that as well. Now let's talk about last week. We had the predictions, and now we're gonna go ahead and go over the 53. Who actually made the final 53 for the Ravens as well? Quarterback, we don't need to spend much time on. We know Lamar Jackson going for his third MVP this year, along with Cooper Rush. Rush, I thought, was good enough in practice. I think this is still feel pretty good about him. Best backup we had. They did carry four running backs: Derek Henry, Justice Hill, Keaton Mitchell, Rashawn Ali, Pat Ricard. Those are the guys. They are going to carry four as well. I don't know how much time you can play with four running backs, as good as those four guys are, but they keep it four, so that's the way that's going to go as well. Wide receiver, again, exactly as we expected. Zay Flowers, Rashard Bateman, DeAndre Hopkins, Tylan Wallace, Devontae Walker, Javonte Wester. Wester was really the eye-opener in camp. He was fantastic on the kick return. They're going to start kicking the ball away from him, out of bounds, etc. He was really, really good. I thought he absolutely was the eye opener. Absolutely, he was the eye opener as well. Hopkins didn't see a lot. They're good to go. I think this went exactly as expected as well. That is Isaiah Likely. So didn't really play much as well. Harbaugh was playing Corey. He's going to be on the 53. I don't think it's much chance at all. He's going to be in their week 1 or week 2 as well. So Kolar again is going to be there in week 1 and week 2. I think he's going to be the backup. I would have put him on IR, but typical John Harbaugh trying to play coy, pretend to be coy with the injured player, which I don't think that's always a good strategy for guys. Definitely not going to play. Likely's definitely not going to play the first 2 weeks for sure. So we'll see how that goes. Likely certainly deserves to be on the roster, otherwise obviously not for the injury. Offensive line, Ronnie Stanley, Voorhees, Falele, Linderbaum, Rosengarten. Only news here: Rosengarten wants $20 million. Linderbaum rather wants $20 million, like to sign. I don't blame him. He's certainly one of the best centers in the league. Wants to be paid one of the highest paid centers in the league. Note boom: Ben Cleveland, Corey Bullock. Boyle makes the team. Kind of went under the radar as well. Carson Vincent on the 53. Vincent totally a project. So you're a little thin here, I think, with your line as well. A little thin in my opinion, but I think this is probably my biggest concern with the roster. This is probably biggest concern. Voorhees really hasn't started. Falele hasn't been good. Ben Cleveland wasn't that good. I think he's still better than Falele, but wasn't that good. Note boom. Issues. I don't think Ken Vince is ready at all to play as well. I don't think he'll play. I think he'll be on inactive a lot of weeks. Justin Matabuke, Travis Jones, Broderick Washington, John Jenkins, and these Peebles. Pencil in Brent Urban. He's not on the 53. He's going to be on the practice squad, veteran practice squad. You'll see Brent Urban. That's not a thing. They got a hand. They're kind of done this a couple times with Brent. That's why Harbaugh likes him, because Brent kind of will go along with what they want. John Jenkins makes it. I think some talk about C.A. Okoye being there. John Jenkins actually gets the spot on that as well. I think it was pretty well in hand most of the time. I think there was some push from Okoye, but John Jenkins is there. Linebackers, a lot of them. Starting Van Oy, Roquan Smith, Trent Simpson, Kyle Van Oy. Daffy Owe. So no surprise there. Trent Simpson did win the starting job, I would think. I think definitely he was the best of the linebacker groups. The backups, Mike Green looked fantastic. Hummel really didn't play much with the thing. Not so worried about that. He's going to be on special teams. Rookies, Teddy Buchanan, and Jay Higgins. Jay Higgins made it. So Jay Higgins is going to be on the starting 53. For sure, he's going to play a lot on special teams. Davis Robinson and David Ajabo. Jabo's going to be there. I think I don't think it was going to happen had it not been for the D's Isaac. They do want to carry 5 outside linebackers. I don't think he plays much, but we'll see. Definitely made it good for him. Congratulations also to all of the guys there as well. Jair Alexander is going to be there as a starter. Nate Wiggins, Marlon Humphrey, Chidi Awuzie, and TJ Tampa. About as expected. I thought Jair Alexander, you could argue he was the star at camp. Marlon Humphrey was fantastic. Awuzie and TJ Tampa, they were pretty good. TJ Tampa was pretty good in camp. I think like had it not been for the depth, that would have been the thing. News here. So a couple things. Didn't expect. Malachi Starks, Kyle Hamilton. We know Kyle Hamilton. It was reported today he's going to have the largest contract in the history of the NFL as a safety. Best safety in the NFL. He's going to be paid like it as well. We're going to talk about safeties right here in the next segment. And Keon Martin as well took it right from Bro Brady. No other way to say it. Took it right from him. Outplayed him, period. That's why he's there. He was a guy not even on the undrafted list. He had to try out. So he was not even in the top group of undrafted rookies. Made play after play after play. So shout out to Keon Martin. I think this might be, even for Ravens standards, the biggest, one of the biggest shocks of a 53 right roster make. Took it right from Bro Brady and Jalen Armour Davis, who's not here as well. Sissany Kane, it did make the roster as well. And Ruben Lowry, another one, definitely made play after play after play to the point where they were preserving him in the last preseason game, and he didn't even need to play. So Ruben Lowry is going to be on the 53 as well. So good job for them. So we're going to have 3 undrafted rookies for the Ravens. We're going to have a lot of rookie players, a lot of rookie contributions. So last year's rookie class, I don't think contributed a whole lot. This one definitely is, because you got, I think you got about at least 10, 11 rookies here on this. Like I have to add, I didn't add it all up as well. And here's another one. I thought Tyler Luke was much better than I thought camp. That's just camp. But hitting the 61-yarder in the last game in Washington, I thought he was fantastic. Jordan Stout, Nick Moore as well, rounded out. There's your roster. Your 53. I thought Jalen R. Davis was a big surprise, because he was fairly good in camp. But again, all the injuries and things like that, he missed camp. And again, Keon Martin really was impressive as well. Ruben Lowry as well. I had Bro Braid here. Bo Braid did sign with the Giants. He's going to be on the 53-man roster for the Giants, the former Terp. So good for Bo Braid as well. Braid is just not, he's more of a meat and potatoes player, if that makes sense. Like, not a lot of the flashy plays, none of that stuff. He's an NFL player on the roster. I'm not surprised at all that a team picked him up. He's going to be on the 53. Jalen Armour Davis was also cut. He signed with the Tennessee Titans as well. Not sure if he's on the 53. I think he is there as well. Who else was cut? So let's go through all of them here. Roster moves. These was Tuesday, of course. The Ravens, the cuts could be released at 4. Ravens, of course, they get to at 8. I saw an article like, well, one of the last teams to release was the Ravens. Yes, I know. They always are. That's a John Harbaugh, Eric DeCosta. Well, let's just make them wait, etc. So who was cut? Running backs: Myles Gaskin, Ernest Johnson, Keith Kirkwood, Anthony Miller. All of those guys, I think, are on practice squad. Ernest Johnson, Gaskin, etc. Miller. All those guys are going to be on practice squad. We talked about Brent Urban. Brent Urban, will sure see him veteran practice squad. Thomas Graham, Jalen Armour Davis. We talked about that. A couple other players. Other Jamal Banks, Malik Cunningham, Bo Braid, and Desmond Ishbal. Cunningham, I'm not sure he's an NFL player. I think he's got some popularity. He's been at several camps. He can play several positions, but I'm not sure he's an NFL player. Braid, I think for sure is already with the team. I'm not surprised that he's going to start. I think he just got outplayed, I think, in camp by a guy who really got in a flashier, bigger presence as well. Another safety, Keon Jackson, was released during dog court. Grant Didiger Jared Penning, Reed Houski, Nick Samak, Jared Linston, Jason Jones, Wache Owuzi, I think I'm mispronouncing that, CJ Okoye as well. Okoye did make a push to get the starting gig, I think. He did make a push to get a starting gig. Didn't happen as well. Darren Dalcourt, good in the offensive line competition as well. They're going to be Dellinger, Penning is going to be on practice squad as well. Okoye is going to be on the practice squad as one of their international players, along with Nick Samak as well. CJ Ravenel was another player that was let go as well. Devin Leary, practice squad. He's not on the practice squad. So that's the thing. I did go ahead and see that. Snoop Huntley is going to be the practice squad quarterback for the Ravens after getting released in Cleveland. So fine with that. Devin Leary did not show me enough to be even on the practice squad. He's just not NFL quarterback. I think it's possible. He does have measurables. I do see him playing in something like possibly a UFL, CFL, and actually working on that accuracy. But he's got a long way to go for an NFL quarterback. Chandler Martin and Millie Cam, they were waived. They will be both on practice squad. Kimmy Tucker, Zarahan Mitchell, Scotty Washington were also cut. Also, too, Taylor Cupp. Lucas Scott looked not bad, I thought, in camp as well, but he was cut. He's going to be on practice squad as well. Xavier Worley, Xavier Guillory, and William Kipu were in released injury settlements, and MJ was also waived as well. So those guys are no longer on the roster for the Baltimore Ravens. We definitely have that there as well. So roster is complete. We definitely went over all the roster as well. Big news. Kyle Hamilton today signing a huge contract with the Ravens. I think it's one of the biggest contracts ever, if not the biggest contract ever for a safety in the NFL. So I think that was fantastic. That you signing Kyle Hamilton. Look, they've been busy. They signed Rashad Bateman to a long-term extension. They signed Kyle Hamilton to a long-term extension. They're talking right now to Tyler. They're talking right now to Tyler Linderbaum as well. So definitely those things are going on right now for the Ravens, trying to go ahead and improve the team in a crucial year as they march to the Super Bowl. All right.